Hey, Mr. Gareth.
Yes.
Where are we at today?
We're in Philadelphia. We're about to go into the too many games. we were there yesterday and it's good, but there's just too many games.
My poor audacity.
You guys just ruined the audio.
It's already dead.
Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome and thank you so much to come in to debate the what's the name of this thing again? The Great Sonic Adventure Debate. As the name implies, of course, this year, 2016, is the 25th anniversary of our Lord and Speedster, Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's the werehog, Stefan. Get that shit out of here. And for the last 15 years, I would say probably the biggest friendly debate, somewhat, between the fans is, of course, what's better, Sonic Adventure or its sequel, Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh dear.
There's no more room at the end.
It's Sonic Heroes! It's Sonic Heroes!
Why would you say such a thing?
Actually, Sonic Heroes is shit.
Yeah. Yes. So we thought it'd be a good idea to have naturally a debate between Sonic the SA1 fans and the SA2 fans. Just to start off with, fans of SA1 say yes. Yes. Fans of SA2 say I'm stupid.
You SA2 fans can't even pay attention to the rules. You idiots.
That's what I said. Say I'm stupid. Get out of this, Switzerland! So what we're going to do, we're going to have a debate, but because ultimately, I decide who wins, and because I favour SA1, this is going to be the most one-sided massacre since The Force Awakens and Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road trip went head-to-head at the cinemas. And so, repping SA1, we have a man who has spent the last year learning to love PlayStation.
Oh, that's me.
And after it was revealed that Crash Bandicoot was put in Skylanders, he had to be put on active suicide watch. Mr. McConnell's fan.
The first part is admitting it. It's the first step. So I hope you can all help me help myself.
And the man sitting next to him is, I'm sure, a man everyone here will know because he's the man who every year cancels the Sonic Hacking Contest. Some call me Johnny.
Rebecca Brain Scraps.
Repping the losing side, we have Mr. Games Enlisted, a man who needs to bring visual comedy to help him.
You can hold it right.
And his cohort is the inventor of the air horn, and a man who only 4 days ago finished the game he's currently repping, John. To which five of us are you referring to? All. Okay, so what we're gonna do for this one? This debate is gonna be broken up into a bunch of we're gonna pick different topics, and then one side will start first, and the other side will go then. The first one, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with story, and
The most important part.
the most important start. Each side is going to get roughly 2 minutes, and you can fight amongst yourselves over who starts. But just to make it easy, Chris will have you start for this one. You have 2 minutes.
Easy.
2 minutes, start talking about why the story of Sonic Adventure 1 is better than Sonic Adventure 2 now.
The reason the story of Sonic Adventure 1 is better than Sonic Adventure 2 is because, for one, I think it furthers the overall narrative of the Sonic series way more than Sonic Adventure 2. It ties in the Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It furthers the whole Master Emerald the Ancient Island. The Angel Island
Floating
plot.
island, yeah.
And I think overall, it's just, I mean, personally, more of my idea of what a Sonic story should be. It's a lot more, I mean, there's darker tones here and there, you know, some Chow Dai, which I'm sure
Good.
pleases you.
Fuck 'em.
Okay.
It doesn't make me horribly depressed to play it.
Yeah. Well, you say that. Actually. Okay. So this won't help my argument in any sense my team represent because anyone who watched my videos where I educate you to hate Sonic Adventure 2, according to some DeviantArt players in the website, I think SA1 has better individual stories for separate characters. Its overarching plot's a mess. It doesn't connect much whatsoever. Something about a giant water dildo and something like that. But the individual stories, Sonic is Dr. Eggman sort of thing. Tails learns to be more independent, so does Amy Rose in some sense. Knuckles does Knuckles things. Meg finds his frog. But everyone always talks about Gamma.
Oh, yeah.
And how that, from beginning to end, the story learns to go against his creators and goes on a T-800 Terminator S suicide mission to free the animals inside the.
Now I know why you
robots.
cry.
Yeah, now I know why. Now I know why you cried. And then, but it's surprisingly somber and touching for a Sonic story. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't really give a shit about that sort of thing. But individually, I think character arcs are better in SA1 compared to SA2, which does have a better overarching story. I agree. But individually, there's not much there because they all have to play off each other to make one cohesive narrative. But SA1 has the better individual arcs.
Okay, Johnny, thank you so much. Okay, now and starting with SA2, Stefan, we're going to start with you. 2 minutes on why the story in SA2 is better than 1. Go.
Good luck.
Okay, the reason that
Wrong!
Don't make fun of him. He's Canadian.
sensitive.
You know, I will restart the clock because I wasted 12 of your seconds.
That's
Go.
not fair. Make him keep going.
Right, so the reason that I think SA2 story is better than SA1 is simply that the stakes feel a lot more like, maybe you'll say SA1 stakes are about the same, but SA2's feels like a lot more, it's a lot more engaging. You feel like the urgency of what's going on, like there's a sense of, we need to get this done, we need to figure this out, and we have to do it as soon as possible, like, which is like with Sonic, with speed. It's
I get it.
somebody-
Good point.
SA2 plot makes you sick. Let that be indicative of quality.
The SA1s, it basically is like you go do this thing, then this thing, and this thing, and it doesn't really have a certain like flow. It's like the story goes that Sonic escapes from the captivity, and he runs at the Shadow. By running his Shadow, he gets captured. And by being captured, that means Tails rescues him, and then by Tails rescuing him, goes on and on. Everything builds on top of each other. But with SA1, it's basically just they do this.
It's a mess.
Then they do this.
It's
then they do
completely
this.
a mess, and it's not coherent at all.
Pretty much.
Like events don't fit together the right way. Events happen in weird orders. Like you can't tell which because you have to play the story from the beginning every single time you start a new mission or start a new character. You have a difficult time figuring out where events take place in terms of the overarching story, and it's difficult to keep up with it.
And it's worth noting that everyone says Gamma story is the best, which has probably the least to do with everything. Like
What?
Maybe other than Big.
People say that?
Maybe other than Big. Maybe other than Big, Gamma's story has it doesn't focus on it. Like Gamma doesn't even show up at the end, like his bird does, but it doesn't even make.
That technically means he does show up, because that is Gamma.
That is
Doesn't do
Gamma.
anything.
The only relation he has with any other character is the fact that
Anyway, SA1 wins. I think that one too.
Yeah, sure.
You know what, guys? God, no, seriously. In the interest that I agree with these two, but to be fair, these two made a much better argument. So SA2 wins in that regard. I feel so dirty saying that. Okay,
Quick question, who's representing Sonic World Adventure?
Nobody.
get out. Go back and sell some more shit, Wentos. Okay, the next thing. Okay, so the next subject is probably something very near and dear to a lot of Sonic fans, the music. I think, you know, this might be the hardest one to do. So John,
it's not.
so we're gonna start with music for SA1. Johnny, you start now.
It's not even a fucking contest, honestly.
Wow.
Because, true, SA2 may have a lot of, it knows what it wants to do and it focuses on specific genres of music and is able to flesh out. It's fine. And it's, I guess, music taste is heavily subjective, but I love how varied SA1 was, because you got your rock, you got your jazz, you got your techno, you got your pop, you got your militaristic battle themes with Eggman. I love Casinopolis. I love Dilapidated Way and the sewer. It makes sewers interesting. Let's put it that way. The music makes sewers interesting in SA1. Emerald Coast, Windy and Ripley, Windy Valley. It's Skydeck. There is Hot Shelter. The fact that I'm not getting anywhere by just listing out stage names lets you know how much I fucking love this soundtrack, because every single, but even Big the Cat's themes are great. You know, it's like the best thing in the world when you catch that fucking frog. So I was like, yeah! You know, but character themes, it doesn't matter. Unknown from ME, Believe in Myself. What was Gamma's theme? I don't care.
Theme of Gamma.
Because he killed himself. You know, Open Your Heart from Crush 40. They're all, for the longest time, it was my favorite Sonic soundtrack of every single franchise. You know, I'm the classic whore. I'll praise 2 and 3 for as much as I want. You know, but for the longest time, until Sonic CD's Japanese stole my heart, it was my favorite Sonic soundtrack of all time. And I'll still fucking listen to it every single day, because it has so much variety and it hits so many marks with that variety.
Mr. McCoy's friend, you have 20 seconds, go.
I've never loved you more than I do right now. But I completely agree.
Sonic Adventure, bringing people together.
I completely agree. I think every stage is probably, you can point out any stage name and remember its music. As we end, I'll issue this challenge to the SA2 side. Can you hum the melody to Lost Colony? To a point of how memorable the music is.
Can you hum the theme to Lost World?
Okay, guys, so now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go over to the SA2 side, and Stefan, you have a challenge that's been laid down upon you, good sirs. Please try and attempt it. 2 minutes, go.
100p.
Lads, I think they beat us.
I don't like these odds.
Wait, does that count as part of our time?
Yes.
What? That's bullshit. Okay, so anyway. Alright, so track for track, SA2's soundtrack is just overall way better than SA1's. And also, Johnny Sites, Open Your Heart is better than Live and Learn.
I didn't say that.
He
I didn't
may
say it
be
was
right.
good.
He may be right. Except in Live and Learn, there's no part of the song where Johnny goes, "Gotta open your heart, dude."
That's why it's worse.
That did hurt us, let's be fair.
But yeah, overall, like the genre, it's a coherent genre throughout, except for the Knuckles tracks, which are amazing. Awesome. And you also get jazz in the Rouge levels, which is also amazing. 100p is a genius. Let's just put that out there right now.
Tails all electric guitar themes. Beautiful.
Seriously,
Some of
this
the
is
best
the
tunes.
best work that June's ever done. This is the best guitar work June's ever done.
Oh, no.
So how about that Lost Colony melody?
So you avoid the question entirely.
Can you hum Lost World?
It can't. It's not in the hum. It's tribal music. Fantastic tribal music.
Adiaba.
Yeah, Alibaba. Yeah, that's great. It's got Bob.
Lost Colony?
There's a couple tracks.
Do you even
that
know which
say
character
about
stage
that.
it? Do you even know which character stage it is?
Yes, it's Eggman's.
There we go.
There
Okay.
you go.
But like themes like Casinopolis, Ice Cap, those are all like so stupid. Like I can't even remember
Yeah,
those tracks.
regular Ice Cap
and you're
is just-
really
You
citing
hate
Lost
God.
Colony. I cited 2. That's more.
The tracks also fit way closer to the themes.
Ice
of
Cap's
each
acoustic
level.
guitar in the beginning. Like before you even get to Be Cool, Be Wild.
You had your turn,
It's
Johnny.
a debate, assholes! Do you want a piece of me?
So in terms of that, again, I will say, Johnny, I agree with your points, but you did just spend a minute naming tracks.
Because that's how good it is!
Oh no, however, Not one of these mooks could actually answer me, Konox fans' question. SA1 wins! I'll be honest though. When Stefan opened with 100p, I was like, damn, son, mic drop. Like, how do you go from there? You almost won for 100p, I'll give you that.
I ain't gonna let it get to me.
I'm just gonna debate.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so moving on to the next one. This is probably the biggest source of contention between the two of them. Now, this next topic we will expand upon in the next three, but in terms of the general control of SA1 versus SA2, what makes your game better over the other one? Chris, because Johnny got most of the around that last time. Let's start with you. For you, what makes SA1 control better than SA2? Starting now.
Well, I mean, since Sonic gets the most playtime, I think Sonic feels. We're not talking about speed stages next, are we? Because I was going to say Sonic feels so much better in SA1 than SA2. It's just so much more satisfying to pull off. Like all the spin dash jumps and all those places you can get to throughout the level, all this stuff you can just straight up skip feels so much more satisfying to me than SA2's. Like whatever weird air momentum things are going on and how he misses homing attacks all the time. There's no contest for me with that.
SA1 lets you do a lot more pro strats of this like skipping level sections.
And I am a speedrunner, of course.
Speed, of course.
After my man MBM taught me well. No one knows MBM apparently.
Which honestly only applies to when you've played Adventure I feel like for 500 hours straight and you know about that sort of things. Still, I mean, in classic games you stick to the top routes and you're able to maintain speed because you have played that game so much, and you know, and the control works well enough that you are able to grasp with it lickety split. And to be fair, on both sides, I never really thought. I think we debate control because I think they're pretty neck and neck, honestly. But for the sake of Team SA1,
don't sell so short, idiot. You gotta go.
I like, because I think starting with SA2, they made Sonic's jumps less floaty. And I'm not sure if I'm a minority or majority. I loved Sonic's floaty jump in SA1 because it allowed you to correct your mistakes easily while in mid-air. And in a game, especially in Sonic's first 3D game, you had to do that sometimes, especially with like Red Mountain, especially when you got heading towards the inner caves. You got to correct yourself, and I like the floaty jump. It allows you to do that. And yeah, like he was saying earlier, spin dashing off slopes to get major air and just skip all this shit and find goodies that way. So satisfying to do in SA1, and I think you have the control thing for that.
Any last points about why SA2 is worse?
I mean, I need a lot more than 14 seconds to tell you that.
It's not so much control, but everything's mapped to one button. That's more interface, not so much control, but I'll trash SA2 when I can. Your button layouts are shit.
Okay.
What a piece of meat!
Okay, team SA2, your rebuttal. TJ, let's start with you. Why the control in SA2 is better? Go now.
Sonic just feels a lot more natural in SA2. Plus, the camera, it's way, way, way better than it is in SA1.
I said control, not camera. Please.
Camera
Hey,
control.
camera is part of the control. Yeah, I mean, on top of that, there's no NPC that tells you that the camera sucks, but don't worry about it.
Also,
I think
Sonic can go in a straight line in SA2. Like, he's not bouncing all over the place.
Oh my god, thank you.
Like in Windy Hill, when you're going down, he's just like boom, boom.
Hitting the wall. Or in Speed Highway.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just. I can't like in Sonic Adventure, Sonic 2. When I'm playing Sonic and I'm going through the level as fast as I can, I got that feel from SA2 more than I did from SA1 because I did a lot more platforming in SA1 that was just it just felt unnecessary. Kind of like Smoothie says in his review of Sonic 1, all the time wasted platforming when you need to be going fast. That's what Sonic's meant to do. Go fast, and you go fast in SA2.
Like, you're using the mechanics the game gives you in order to basically speedrun instead of exploiting it, essentially. And then also to add on to that, Tails and Eggman control a lot better than Gamma does, and Knuckles and Rouge control a lot better than how Knuckles does.
Yeah.
Man, that's bullshit.
You guys got 30 seconds more.
Yeah, but we said it.
Did you forfeit your time?
What?
Did you forfeit your time?
No.
You have 30 seconds left, go.
So Sonic goes fast, and that's fun, and Sonic's fast.
Knuckles and Rouge.
The camera's better.
Knuckles and Rouge move a lot faster than Knuckles does in SA1.
Yes! I love Knuckles going fast!
And Eggman and Tails don't have that dumb thing Gamma does where he's like mode change. You gotta keep him changing around, keep jumping around.
Now you're just shit talking the best part.
Oh shit, Frammy, stop tweeting.
I think you're getting your wires crossed.
We sub-debating?
Yeah, sub-debating.
I'm gonna say for that one, again, you two, you brought up a good point about Sonic running forward, but you should wasted 20 seconds talking about Smoothie's review of Sonic 1.
I didn't waste 20 seconds. It was like 5. Don't punch me. I wrote all these notes.
For that one, I'm gonna have to go with SA1. Okay.
Oh dear, some people aren't happy.
Wake up, sheeple!
So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into the 3 main playstyles a bit more thoroughly. We're gonna start with everyone's favorite sections, the treasure hunting. So we're gonna go with SA1. So Johnny, we're gonna start with you. Explain why the treasure hunting in SA1 is, as we all know, better than it is in SA2. You have 2 minutes starting now.
Okay, so I'd rather not treasure hunt at all, but if I have to compare, I've always believed that SA1 treasure hunt stages were better, if only because of one thing, and that's the hint system.
Yep.
Compared to SA1, you have the Tikal hint system, which doesn't give you an exact location, just says this way, and the guiding light shoots in a general direction. Yes, it does go through shit. It goes through walls and stuff, but you still get a general direction. And not to mention, your radar has like 5 to 6 different levels of proximity, compared to SA2, which is green, yellow, red. The Tikal hints to me, and you can get any emerald in any order. In the radar, you can do that in SA2 too, to be fair. But the radar showed you every emerald that was in proximity, and it didn't lock out the other 2 because of obligatory level padding. You talking about how you like how Knuckles is fast in SA2? True. But levels are done faster in SA1, which, hey, Sonic's all about speed. I like that.
And to your point about the hint system, I'd like to talk about SA2. I don't remember the stage names. The space stages where the hint was upside down. Was that just Rouge only? I mean, way to take an inferior system and make it even worse.
SA2 has mad space. Mike.
I mean, what more can you say?
I mean,
that's just
it really
nails
is
it.
all on the radar and the hint system that makes SA1 the better treasure hunter stages for Knuckles. Yeah, that's like, how many seconds do I have left?
And I'm sure they'll
20 seconds.
20 seconds?
And I'm
Shit.
sure they'll try and counter with, well, Knuckles and Rouge had stage made just for them, so they're easier to navigate through. But again, with a gimped hint system, it's not any better to go through than just like, Speed Highway or anything like that.
Yeah, TJ, get fucked.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh no.
Let's see you counter that one.
You've just given me plenty of fuel for this fire.
Oh! So guys, let's go. let's go to Captain Airhorn for the treasure hunting sec. TJ, you got 2 minutes. Yes. You have 2 minutes starting now.
So here's the thing about the hint system in SA1. Sure, it's better if you want to be babied into finding your pieces of the Master Emerald.
It's right there.
As Knuckles.
What do you use the hit monitors for in SA2, you baby?
I don't use the hit monitors. That's the thing. It's tons more satisfying when you find the pieces that aren't being
Yeah,
labeled.
after wandering for 30 minutes.
Exactly! You're Knuckles! You're on a mission! Mr. Johnny over here doesn't give a shit about the Master Emerald. Us here in SA2, we have to care about the Master Emerald because we have to find those pieces. We actually have to look for them. We don't have to walk over to Tikal and be like, hey, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Thank you, Tikal.
I'm good at my job.
Your passion might have won me over, actually. I might have to go over.
It also helps that the hint system actually does something creative, like how the hints they go. It's like levels, so it's like the hint like gives you one kind of harder hint, a medium hint, an easy hint. So it kind of lets you think. So it's like, I wonder where it'd be. And besides the space levels, all the levels are big enough that you can kind of have. They're like usually 3 areas. So you're like, okay, it'd be either this area, this area, this area. And because Knuckle and Rouge are fast, you usually don't take that long. We go from one area to the next. and usually the emeralds are in each area, so
They're not
it doesn't
really.
take that
They're not
long.
really hints if they
Zach,
are.
your turn.
No, shut up.
No,
Fuck you,
Johnny,
SA2 apologist.
to be fair, they don't speak during your turns, Johnny.
That's okay. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Not yet.
You got 20 seconds, boys.
So it's basic.
Also, okay, the gimmicks in the levels. The gimmicks in the levels are pretty cool. And I mean, even though Mad Space may not be that great, it still introduced that mechanic, like from Mario Galaxy, that everybody fucking loves in that game. But not in Mad Space.
That's because
Bunch of
Galaxy's
hypocrites.
Galaxy's a good game.
Yeah, Galaxy's a good game, you idiot.
So is SA2! That's what I'm saying!
Also,
Good.
Wild
You know-
Canyon Hunted Pea.
Reaching into the 100p wall again.
You know?
Nothing.
You know, it's like Johnny. You two made good. You two made really very good points about the hint system and the radar.
But TJ's passion.
But damn, son, you gotta go for that. TJ wins.
So that means all we have to do to win is out yell them.
It's out yell. Just out yell TJ and you'll win.
Yeah, you can't. That's impossible. Gareth, I'm switching sides. I'm with TJ.
So the next one we have is going to be the shooting sections.
Oh, dear.
So the Gamma in SA1 versus Tails and Eggman in SA2. We're going to start with Chris. Why don't you start by talking about why Gamma is superior over the man with the master plan? You have 2 minutes starting now.
It's a really hard thing for me to nail, but Gamma just feels more like an arcade experience, and I think if you're going to have to shoehorn guns into a Sonic experience, I want it to feel like Sonic, which is arcadey. With SA2, it just feels like I don't even know, it doesn't feel arcadey to me, it just feels more like a nuisance, something that drags on. Aside from like Hot Shelter, I think most of Gamma's stages you can blow through in like a minute or two, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's way
You
better
can do
than...
Final Egg in less than a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to...
It is, admittedly, this is a tough one because I prefer to be no shooting in any Sonic game. But comparing the mechs from SA2 to Gamma and SA1, if there's one thing I always thought Gamma had over the mechs was control.
Like mobility?
Mobility in general, yeah. True, when when running on a straight line with Gamma, when he goes to mode change, it's a little awkward because it's kind of sudden. You know, because Sonic, you see his feet gradually getting faster, and that's a good indicative quality that, okay, I'm picking up speed. Gamma is just kind of
He
random.
just decides to.
But when it comes to shooting and in platforming, which is a really important aspect of Sonic, I think Gamma has it over the mechs because the mechs, yeah, they're big, heavy mechanical things. They're supposed to be clunky, I guess, but to me, at the end of the day, I still just want to get from point A to point B without tearing my fucking hair off. And
Used to have hair like mine.
Go ahead.
it's like, look at me!
What you've done.
To me, going from one place to another with Gamma just feels smoother than Eggman's mech or Tails' mech in SA2. So in Control, I think Gamma has it beat. I'd just rather not shoot things, period.
I think that does it.
Yeah, I think it does.
Let's hear them yell loud and win again.
You have 6 seconds to scream something.
Teddy! Which is stupid.
Your rebuttal for the shooting sections for SA2. Stefan, let's start with you. 2 minutes start now.
Okay, the reason that I think Tails and Eggman control better than Gamma is that he just kind of, like they said with Floaty, but I don't think Floaty works for Gamma because he's just kind of like moving all over the place and you never really get a good sense of the aiming. Meanwhile, with SA2, like the aiming and the radar and the lock-on works like perfectly. You're able to lock onto so many people at once, shoot them, keep on going forward. Maybe you have to just turn around in a circle, but the way the mechs controlled and designed is that you don't have to like go forward and then turn around and go. You kind of like turn around and then go forward all at once.
I disagree.
Heavily.
Okay. So here's the thing. So you mentioned earlier that everyone likes Gamma's story, right? So how come it's such a positive that you speed through all of Gamma's levels and speed through his story at
It's a Sonic game!
Also, if it wasn't for the Sonic or so for once you have a Tails and Eggman rivalry because they're both in the mechs. You have those boss battles between Eggman and Tails, which offers us
the boss battles are so much better in SA2 than the mech battles in SA1 because they're just like pew,
which offer us the best Eggman line in any Sonic game, hands down. When you beat Eggman as Tails the second time, Eggman goes, "I can't lose to Tails," which is amazing because he's the little guy, and you know that kind of motivation where he's the underdog, just like SA2.
And meanwhile, like,
You're talking about SA2, you idiot!
Yeah, we're the underdog.
meanwhile, while no one cares about any of the game, like no one really is like, oh, I want to replay this specific Gamma level. While meanwhile with Eggman, it's
I do.
The thing about the Gamma levels, you rush through them. They leave you wanting more.
Weapons Bed is so awesome and so fun to play.
We have mics on these things, you idiot.
Hundred P's there, everyone!
He's finally free.
Modern Standards and Dreadfox. It's Parappa the Rapper. You know, I have to say with that one, you guys, I mean, TJ, it's a Sonic game. Of course, you want to go fast through the levels. It's not very good a battle.
But it's not. He's not Sonic.
SA1 wins. Coming up next, so we have. Didn't SA1 won that one? I just said that. That's why they cheered.
Pick a song, you piece of shit.
So the next one, probably the main part of both Sonic games, is going to be the speed sections. So SA1 boys, you talk about your Sonic and Tails levels. SA2 you can have your Sonic, your Shadows. Let's for this one, we're gonna stick at 2 minutes because that's too much time for 3. Chris, we're gonna start with you, my friend. Why are the Sonic sections as a whole, the speed section, better than SA1 starting now?
They just are.
Done. We're dropping so many mics here, people.
I think a lot of it for me just comes down to the control, and I think you disagreed with me, which will make this awkward. But I think in SA1, Sonic just controls so much better, and I just have way more fun with Sonic's levels in SA1 than SA2, other than maybe Metal Harbor, which is a fun stage because there's a good tension with the timer near the end. I don't know. I just think SA1's better.
So, I may have gotten really deep into this one during our Sonic Adventure 2 revisit on Brain Scratch, but
Plug.
one thing that fuck you, I'll do what I want. One thing that I thought Adventure 2 did tremendously well on the transition from 2D Sonic to 3D Sonic was keep an open mind in level design.
Did you mean SA1?
Yeah, SA1. SA2? Okay, fuck SA2. What the hell, SA1's level design, for Sonic section specifically, was so open. Yes, there was a main route that you could take just to blow through levels if you wanted to. Speed highway, you begin by rolling down an incline and going through a loop and all that shit. But did you know that you can actually go off the beaten pathways to those skyscrapers? Oh, yeah. You can find elemental electric shield. Emerald Coast is chock full of that shit. Wendy and Ripley. Windy Valley even has that shit in the second half of the stage. It's kind of discouraging when you're so high up in the air. But you can go which way and sideways, up, down, and all around is the obvious joke.
Tight.
In Sonic Adventure 1, in SA2's case, they want to keep you moving because they believe, Sonic and Shadow are all about speed. So let's just keep going down the road. Tunnel syndrome is what I call it. Where in City Escape, you're going down the steep inclines of San Francisco, Crazy Gadget, you got inside these arc tunnels, not bearing the puzzle section in mind, but you're not encouraged to just stop and assess your surroundings to look for goodies, which I think Adventure 1 did really well. And hey, I went off the beaten pathway, here's some 10 ring boxes, there's an extra life, here's an elemental shield. Hey, I feel rewarded, and I want to keep going.
That will all be stricken from the record at time.
Okay, boys, why do Sonic and Edgy the Hedgy control better in SA2? 2 minutes starting now.
As I alluded to previously, Sonic games are about speed. And in the Sonic and Shadow levels, you always have this motivation of speed that you need to go quickly. It has better set pieces, so even in the first level, Sonic's running away from the police. He's also running away from a giant fucking truck. He needs to stop a missile. He needs to get to the core. All this different stuff that just makes you have to go fast. Shadow also. Shadow's, escaping gun. He's doing all this different stuff. He has to catch up with Tails. so much speed. Sonic!
Also, City Escape is the best main Sonic level, the best opening Sonic level of any Sonic game.
Shut the fuck up, kids!
Every opening Sonic game is either a green hill or a beach, except for SA2. That's like a city, and it's like everyone loves it, everyone talks about it, everyone knows the song. It's like there's a reason we all love it.
Shout out the Hedgehog.
Rail grinding.
Yes, and the rail grinding
Rail
is so
grinding
much.
is awesome! Oh my god, it's so cool and edgy. I love it.
And barely
Play a
works.
Shadow the Hedgehog, and Shadow the Hedgehog is cool.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Kid in the cowboy hat, shut up.
And the levels are also the levels in Sonic Adventure 2 are all original. Like, even if they're copying the aesthetic from other, like, treasure hunting or shooting stages, they're all originally designed, while all the Sonic ones are just everyone else's levels just combined together.
You mean Sonic and SA1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring, Stefan.
Gang, but is it worth it?
You might got me on that one.
You know what? I gotta be honest with you. Like, again, it's you guys are really. I agree with you on every single part, but these guys are kicking your ass and describing it, man. Like,
Can I
JJ,
just-
your points about the set pieces is fucking brilliant. About giving a reason as to why it has to be fast. So, unfortunately,
He also dismantled his earlier point, though, because he said, why does everyone want to go fast with Gamma? Then he comes up here, he's like, going
Because
fast is so
Gamma's
cool.
not Sonic!
He's in a Sonic game.
Jesus fuck! I've said it 5 times!
for that one, I think SA2 wins.
I want to debate that original set design so hard. It's like, it's a city. The Sonic has a city. Yeah, so does
It's
Shadow.
not
Radical
San
Highway.
Francisco.
You know, no, I mean, it's like everyone's got original level designs. Yeah, how Sonic goes down to city in San Francisco, and Shadow goes down San Francisco at night. It's like, you know,
So next we have pretty much we're gonna combine everything else
we're fucked.
into 2 minutes. We have basically just very quickly mini games, bosses, and chow. Wait, actually, guys, can everyone on this panel just agree? Fuck the chow. Okay, so guys, you two starting. So you have 2 minutes. So both teams try to be as precise as you can. Johnny, no more just naming shit. We got
I'll
mini
name
bosses
shit. Yeah, you
and bosses and more bosses. So Chris, let's start with you. So everything
Can we
else.
start with Johnny this time?
Okay, Johnny, you start with you then. Everything else that's good about better than SA1. 2 minutes starting now.
Okay, so everything better about SA1 compared to SA2. Oh, I already turned the game off and put on something better. It's like, no. Look, I'll be honest here. SA1 doesn't have much going for it in terms of everything past the story scenarios and boss fights because, I don't care about Chow. SA1 or SA2. Don't care about the little shits.
Yeah, get fucked, Catherine.
Yeah, fuck, I mean, because I've said this repeatedly, and I'm gonna plug my own fucking videos.
Oh,
Boss
As
fights
opposed to when you don't.
yeah, the boss fights are not very interesting in either games. I don't think. I mean, the chaos fights, the character battles, especially.
Oh no.
Writing it,
give it your best.
give it your best. Oh, no. I don't know what that means, Knuckles.
We kind of just have to roll over and take this one.
I guess the DX's credit, it added mission mode, where you can choose a mission, you can do this and that, just for the sake of getting more bang for your buck. And it also encouraged learning more about levels that you may have initially just speed through the first time. You know, if it weren't for mission mode, I would have never known about maybe 2 or 3 different pathways in Lost World. And I would have known about a few speed tricks here and there, about spin dashing, all that things. So to mission mode's credit, it gave me an excuse to revisit level design. Not so much for looking for a Chow key or Chow drives or find the missing Chow. I mean, to an extent, that does some of the same thing, but I think mission mode in SA1 DX did that better. It gave me more reasons to go back to the levels I love as Sonic, as Tails, and as Knuckles, and not so much Amy.
And if we're talking about extra modes from DX, DX includes, is it all the Game Gear games?
Yeah,
So
pretty
frankly, that's way better extra than anything SA2 has, because you get a whole bunch of games in one game.
But all those games.
Well, they might all suck, but at least they're there.
But they're there.
There are only 3 good Game Gear games, though.
Okay, then go back quickly to SA2. What everything else in SA2 which makes it better. Let's start with Stefan. 2 minutes, go.
And right off is the Chow Garden, and there's a reason why our loves it.
Cause you're all fools.
They put a lot of time and effort into this little thing that it could have just been an afterthought like it kind of was in SA1. They built on it. They add all this stuff to it. It's just fun to sometimes it's just fun to play with the chows. They rewards you for replaying other levels, getting other items, give your chow, customize them, make them look all cute, and then they'll grow up and have little babies, and then you can bring them to heaven or hell.
Oh,
It's
just
all
like
fun.
us.
Does that mean you're in hell right now? Everybody's stressed.
Here's the main thing. The main thing about extras and mini games in SA2. There's no fishing. There's a whole part of the story that's just a mini game that you have to play. Not only to mention, at least with the cart levels, the 2 levels are different. You just repeat the same thing in the tornado level, which is so stupid and irritating. That's why I don't play SA1 anymore, because the tornado stuff just drives me crazy.
Fuck out of here.
Tornadoes. Oh. Bye, TJ.
Eric told me to
SA2 also has multiplayer.
Yes! Yes!
The best Sonic multiplayer.
I hate people.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
My man. You have 30 seconds left.
SA1 gives you no choice. You have to play like most of the minigame stuff. At least with SA2, the most boring one, or at least with SA1, the most boring one you have to do. SA2 doesn't have a really boring minigame like side mission. Like you can choose to go to the Chow Garden. Yeah, you have to do the racing, but the racing is fun. So yeah.
It's a fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun.
It's a buzzword everyone likes to
Also,
learn
character
around.
battles, like they said, are way better over here.
And that was rigged against us so hard.
The thing about that though is that unfortunately, I mean, you wasted a minute and a half yelling about Chow when really you should have just said multiplayer mode, because unfortunately that just destroys SA1.
Hey, you
so,
can plug in a second controller and pretend to play as Tails and Sonic State.
So unfortunately, I am forced to give that point as well to SA2.
It is true.
I gave it to your side, you idiots!
It is true that objectively SA2 just has more content in general than
Yeah.
SA1.
But
fuck both games. I'm Team Sonic 3.
Final point, guys. Final point, and this part is worth 5 points. You get 30 seconds to explain how Big the Cat improves your game. Go.
It's so exciting to catch Froggy! Like, something's biting, and he was like, yeah, disco fucking fever! I reeled in the frog, and it doesn't bite the land. I was like, God damn it! But hey, I get to hear the music again. I guess. I don't know. And Big's music sounds so high in Emerald Coast.
As a large man who loves to do nothing, I relate to Big, and I'm glad they included and represented me in SA1.
Okay, SA2. How Big the Cat improves your game? Go.
Big the Cat's fun to find. Also, to Big the Cat's point, John St. John hates Big the Cat, and he voiced Big the Cat. So
And
there
Big
you
gets
go.
run over by a truck.
Is that your argument?
That's it, yeah.
I think while that raised a good point, Johnny, of course, brought up the deal breaker that Big in Emerald Coast is the most highest fuck piece of music ever invented. So, SA1 wins, which if my math's correct, means SA1 wins overall! I wanna, guys, we only have a few minutes left. So what I want to say thank you to everyone who came here for this.
Everyone for standing up, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you so much. And how much time do we have left? Like 2 minutes?
think you got 3.
We got 3 minutes, fam.
SA3 confirmed.
SA3 confirmed. we're not taking questions, but Ted, yes.
SA2 doesn't have adventure fields.
That's the point against it. That's the point against it, Ted. Adventure fields are amazing.
I am Team SA1.
Oh,
and
no,
if I
Johnny.
were in charge of this panel, you guys be in a much bigger room and actually can sit down.
Damn, shame.
Yeah, fam. What the hell?
Fuck you, SA2!
Everyone say SA1. SA1. Everyone say SA2. SA2. Everyone say Sega. Sega. Everyone say Hoppage Chicken Share Buddy. Hoppage Chicken Share Buddy. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next year.